pop on, Heather? Do you recall? Like, oh, she's recording already. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and it says she's just getting out of the kids' practice and then she'll be on, so.
Okay, I'll wait for her then. Okay. Hi, Dolores. You got sunshine on your face. Who's excited for spring break? Dolores, you're not.
You know what's so funny? Spring break's not till April for California.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Ours starts at Friday at I don't know, 4 when all schools are out.
Oh, okay, that's Arizona. Got it.
Yeah.
We follow the Easter schedule.
Oh. Yeah, we get all kinds of stuff off over here. It's nice.
I might need to move.
I'm telling you, interest rates are down and there's housing out here. All of Tribe Time is out here.
They sure are.
Do it. Hi, my favorite redhead. Hi, Stephanie. You're so cute. I'm kind of waiting for Trish. I think.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, sweetie. You are so cute. I loved your prayer. I loved your prayer to Jesus.
Oh, Liz, Trisha just put in the chat that you can go ahead and start.
Okay, awesome. Okay. All right, guys. Well, it's been a long day, so I'm gonna keep it easy for you, but I'm excited to bring this. I've really, well, let me introduce myself. I think I know everybody on the call. Anyways, I'm Liz. I live in Arizona, and I've been with Isogenics for 4 years this February, and it's been one of the best things that's ever come into my life besides my family. So, but I have really just dove into training since we got back from NYKO, and I think we can never hear the same thing too much, because I think we always hear it with a different set of ears. We always see it with a different set of lenses. We are sitting in a different place, and so you know, we keep going to meetings, to conferences, but I think we have different takeaways every time we go to them. One of my favorite quotes is from Maya Angelou. And I know you guys have heard it. It's, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better, right? I mean, how many of us are just in a whole different place than we were when we first started, as far as understanding our product users, understanding the business, understanding personalities. I mean, I think that we all have grown, and I love it. You know, you're never there. Trudy always said that. There is no there, you know, and the sooner that we realize that, we never arrive. There is no there. We're always learning, and I love that. I love that about Isogenics. How long have you guys, I think, let me see, we have kind of seasoned and beginners on this call, anywhere from a year to, how long have you been in, Stephanie? You're probably our most seasoned.
14 years.
Yeah, and I bet you're still learning, right?
Always. I mean, not just about this industry, but the landscape is always changing. I built before any social media. It was literally, before these things,
yes.
I would phone people, and probably from my flip phone, and say, when can you be in front of your computer and on your phone at the same time? We had to schedule those appointments.
Yeah, you've just seen a complete, yeah. And so, and I bet you've learned a lot just in this last probably couple years, right? I mean, you've joined us in Tribe Time and we've learned from you. And so it's just always a good place to be, just with an open heart, open mind. So what I'm going to bring to you, you guys, I'm sure have heard it already. I've heard it already, but again, I heard it with a different set of ears, okay? We're all here because we want to build a business, you know, and when we all started doing this, we probably just like went in like a bull in a china shop. We're like, yes, I'll take you, I'll take you, I'll take you, yes, I'll take you, I'll take you, yes, you. You know, we didn't care. We didn't care. We were just taking anybody for the business. I mean, I will still take anybody as long as they're willing to do the work for products, right? I understand now that there's a way to step them into solutions. Not everybody is gung-ho, ready to go all out, but we can start somewhere and move them there. Well, I'm going to come to you from a place of business, okay? That's what we're here for. So I want you to think, just, you saw the title in my tile. It's the person that you're looking for is looking for you. They're out there, they're looking for you. I didn't know that in the beginning. I was just taking anybody. Now I'm very clear. The person I'm looking for is looking for me. So how am I going to bridge that gap? What do? I need to bridge that gap and bring us together. So we have this beautiful tool, right? Social media now, you know, we're so blessed that we can reach to the ends of the earth with social media. We can make such a reach like probably this industry hasn't ever seen before. You know, our time is so much more efficient because of social media. I used to be a court reporter before Isogenics, and when I had to research things, I was in the legal library looking at books and hours and hours and hours. When the internet took over, like those hours were cut into minutes as far as my research. So that's what we have here with social media. Our reach outs are just going to be drastically expanded because of this gift that we have. So how do we use it? You know, how do we use it to the best of our ability, you guys? So we can find the people that are looking for us. So I've taken a little bit of pieces from different trainings. And you probably have heard of some of them already because some of them have been shared at Tribe Time. I've been in some other calls, so I'm going to take some of those. So the first thing that I want to start with is you've heard that word avatar. We've been hearing that word avatar for a long time, you know, and all that simply is your person that has the qualities that you're looking for. You want to work with people that you're going to jive with. You want to work with people that you're going to have fun with. You want to work with people that are going to be just coachable, everything probably that you are, and then some is what you're looking for, okay? So if you haven't yet, I want you guys to spend some time really thinking about the qualities that you want in a person. Like, close your eyes and just see this person, visualize this person in front of you. I mean, just up early as up until probably 2 weeks ago, got even more crystal clear on who my person is, on who I'm looking for, and who's looking for me, okay? And so here's just a few. You know, jot these down just to give you a little memory jogger, and you're gonna add some of your own. So for me, qualities, because I have massive work ethic. I always have. I don't do anything half. You know, I go in and I go all out with everything. And so for me, I want somebody who has good work ethic, okay? Because I know I'm going to just really jive with that person. I want them to be fun because I'm fun. I want them to be goofy because I'm goofy. My goofy can really come out without drinking, you know? But so I want somebody to be fun and goofy. I want somebody to be brave. I've had to be brave in my life for many other areas in my life, and that just naturally came into isogenics for me. We have to be brave because we have such a beautiful gift to share with people. So I want somebody who's brave. Honesty is so important. Honesty and integrity for me. I think those two qualities really introduce a person. And so for me, I want somebody to be honest and to have a lot of integrity. I want them to be coachable, because our time is precious, and we pour into our team. And so we want them to be like sponges and receive it and put it into action. So we want them to be coachable. I want them to be open to personal development. I didn't even know what personal development was, you guys, before isogenics. I might have been tapping into it a little here and there, but I didn't know that's what it was until I came to isogenics and I really dove into personal development. I had to break down a lot of walls within myself and tell myself, hey, you are not there, Liz. You are not there. You still have a lot of growth. So I want somebody to be open to personal develop. That should just be a lifelong thing that we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives, right? Because there is no there. Here's another one, and this didn't come from me, but I love it. I took it from Callie Egan when she said it on one of our calls. I want somebody to have a 6-figure mindset. I want them to have a 6-figure mindset. And if you have problems with the money part of it, like, ooh, that feels kind of weird. You know what? I want to make money. I want to make 6 figures. I want to make more than 6 figures. But why do I want to make that kind of money? Not because I need, materialistic things, or I desire this huge house and cars and blah, 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 blah. I have dreams of communities that I want to pour into. Just recently, I was sharing with Dolores the other day, there was a report on TV where I have a child, well, he's an adult, he's still my child, who has autism. And that community has poured so much into us and has made him the young man that he is today. So my heart, my desire is to pour into that community and love on those kids and help them. And so 2 days ago, there was a report where a school was vandalized in Mesa, an autistic school. And if you don't understand autism, when a kid's schedule is disrupted like that, it's huge. It's huge. And all I could think of was watching that report and praying that I had the finances right now to have driven over there and written them a big old fat check. Here, repair what just happened. So that's what drives me. So I want somebody to have a 6-figure mindset because they have dreams, something like that, or whatever. Okay, so be okay with having a 6-figure mindset. It's okay. Just get clear on what you want to do with it, and then it'll feel good in here all over. Okay. And then the other, I want a team player. I want somebody who's part of the team, and it's just not like my club. We're in this together, and that's the beauty of our Tri Time, right? We're all from different businesses, but we're all pouring and helping each other and growing each other and loving and serving each other. So I want somebody who's a team player. For me, another important is faith. My faith is so important to me. And I've had people who have come into our business who have not had that background, and God just has a way of like, oh, okay, just shifting them away, and I have to be open and listen. So faith. A servant attitude, a servant mind, right? Because that's what we're doing here. We're serving people. Okay. I want somebody who has influence. Like, who wouldn't want somebody who has influence that comes to you and they already have that influence about them? I want somebody who has grit, somebody who has fire, somebody who's entrepreneurial minded, and somebody who's joyful and driven. So those are like, that's the person I see that I'm looking for and that's looking for me. So I'm getting very clear on who my person, my business partners are going to be. Okay. So if you guys have not listed these qualities, just take some time, take every day, take a few minutes to just jot them down, and it'll come together. You'll start taking some out, you'll incorporate others, and all of a sudden you'll just have this visual of this person that you're looking for, and it'll start coming to you, you guys. I mean, in just these short times, the conversations I'm having, it's tweaking. Like, the people are looking differently, and it's so cool to start seeing that come to fruition. So I encourage you to think about those qualities and write them down. Okay. So that was number one. Number two, what I want to, as we are looking for this person using our beautiful platforms of social media, we're going to do postings, right? So I want you to think about what you post, you're going to attract. So, like, be very careful. What you are posting, that is what you will be attracting. So if you are posting, I won't get into detail, but just post who you are, be authentic to yourself, because if you're not, you're going to attract the wrong people. So how do you do this? Okay, there's two things. I keep these little, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, you guys. I keep these right in front of my desk when I'm posting. This is my knowables, okay? These are my knowables. You guys should have 5 to 6 categories of what makes up Tara. What are Tara's knowables? What are Heather's knowables? What are Stephanie's knowables? Liz's knowables, my knowables are family, faith, health, fashion, decor, moms, recipes, cleaning tips. Those are things I like. Those are things that make up Liz. So that's just narrowed down, like what my posting is going to look like. Okay. So I'm going to post about my knowables because I want to attract people who have those similar interests, because we're going to jive, we're going to get along, we're going to have a great time, right? If they have the same knowables as I do. So when you're posting about those knowables, keep in mind the feeling that you want to have behind those knowables. Erin Sherman, I know she has a different last name, I don't know what it is, but she presented this at Celebration. But Erin Sherman talked about the high five, HFIVE, okay? And what it stands for, the H stands for heartfelt, the F stands for funny, the I stands for interest. If I'm going too fast, slow me down, you guys, because I talk fast when I get excited. And then the V stands for value, and then the E stands for education, okay? So you have your knowables. Now that you have your knowables, pick one of them. Say, I'm gonna pick, I don't know, I'm going to pick decor. That's my knowable that I'm going to post about today. So in that knowable, I want to have one of those high fives. I'm going to take decor. Do I want it to be heartfelt? Do I want it to be funny? Do I want it to be interest? Do I want to add value, or do I want them to add value about my knowable? I'm going to do decor. I want it to be funny. I'm going to post about the perfect boy bathroom, and it'll be some kind of funny picture that has like about boys, like make it in the toilet or something, or don't miss the toilet, or get what I'm going, see where I'm going with that? Like, I'm posting about my knowable, but I'm going to have a funny feeling behind that post. And if you're a boy mom, you'll get it. Boys always miss. They always miss, and it just happens. It drives me nuts. Okay, so that helps you narrow down your post. It keeps you from like just grabbing random posts out there and being all over and not really like focusing in on who you're trying to attract, who you're trying to speak to, who you're trying to add value to, who you want to add value to you. Okay, so does that make sense, you guys? That just, it's categories. I see like file cabinets, my knowable file cabinet, pick one out. Okay, now open my high five file cabinet. What feeling do you want to have with that knowable? Okay, so we have this now. We can do a little bit of prep work, and Nicole Hammondtree introduced this a few weeks back at Tribe Time. I give myself some time in the evening to scroll social media with intention. I'm looking for content. I very rarely play around on social media anymore. Social media is my job, right? So when I'm scrolling, I'm looking for content. What I used to do before, when I would find content, a quote, a picture, or maybe pictures that I took of my family, of events, I would just put them in one photo album, just one, okay? And then when it was time to do my post, oh my God, I was having to go through, like, I don't know about you, but I have like 40,000 pictures on my camera roll, which is ridiculous. Then I had a photo album where I was like selecting, okay, these are going to be future posts, but there's like 13,000 in there. So when it was time to do my posting, I'm like having to scroll through 13,000 pictures. Oh my gosh, who has time for that, right? So Nicole presented this to us at Tribe Time. She creates photo albums. I mean, I had photo albums for my kids and for this and that, for Christmas, for baking, but I never did photo albums for my knowables. Why? I don't know. It just took, Nicole saying that at Tribe Time one day, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Another filing system, right? So now in my phone, I have knowables for mom, for decor, for all my knowables. I have photo albums, excuse me. I have photo albums for all of my knowables. So now what happened? I started trimming time off of my posting. Okay, today, file. I'm gonna post about family. Okay, open up my high five file. What feeling do I want to have? Okay, I'm gonna have a funny feeling, and then it's all organized already in my photo albums on my phone. That was, so simple, but I don't know why I wasn't doing that. That has been such a huge time saver for me. So if you have your knowables, if you have your avatar in mind, you have your knowables, you have your high five, and you have your album, you're going to know what path to take down that road. You're going to know what post to put on there for the person that is looking for you. You're going to be speaking much more clear to the person that's looking for you and that you're looking for. Okay, so let me see where I'm at. 6:24. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any question? Oh, I heard no. Okay. All right. So, just a little tidbit. We all know, right, that we should be increasing our Facebook friends daily, at least 5 to 10 friends a day. When I first started, right, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. When I first started, I was friend requesting everybody. I didn't care. I was just putting everybody in there and you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend. Well, right, I know better. I know my avatar now. I know my knowables. I know who I want now. So I do spend a little time now looking at their Facebook page, looking at the about section, looking at the posts that they have had. If they're too political, if they're dirty, if they're out of line with my spiritual, life, then unfriend. Unfriend. Don't just ignore and leave them there. Unfriend them. If they have not been active on Facebook for some time, unfriend, because all of these things, number one, hurt your hurt your algorithm. Hi, Joe. Can you put yourself on mute, Joe, please? Because I don't think I can. Oh, thank you. So if they have not been active on Facebook, that hurts your algorithm. You spend too much time coming up with amazing content and loving on people on Facebook to let somebody hurt your algorithm. So you protect your algorithm. That is your baby. So as your friend requesting people and you're checking them out, if they are going to fit within your category, make sure that they've been posting, make sure that they kind of fall in line there with your avatar and that they have some of your knowables in common. Okay. Let me see. So do about 5 to 10 of those every day, you guys. And I promise you, with these things that I've told you, you're going to start seeing the people that you're attracting or that are even friend requesting you, or that you find, it's going to start looking differently for you. I mean, I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden I have seen that shift, and it's so cool. So cool to see. So, okay, let me put my little knowables back and my high five, because I don't want to lose these. Okay, oops. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to touch on was, we know, I mean, we're so blessed, again, with social media, but social media is not guaranteed. We recently, Lindsay Wynea had an issue happen with her Instagram. She lost her complete Instagram account. She had been working hard, right, creating a following. We've heard people be locked out, of Facebook. So we got to have a backup plan, and those of us newbies that started with social media, that's our comfort. That's where we're comforted in that realm. Stephanie Blackbird, she knows how to be prospecting, cold prospecting, belly to belly, and doing it old school style. We need to be doing that too. Okay, we cannot always just depend on social media, and I'm guilty. I like to sit behind my computer and just do my thing. Okay, but our 90, what do they call it? Is it called the 90-day game plan? Yeah, our 90 days, our plan that we got in NYKO. And if you weren't at NYKO, this is on Isagenix Business. You can find it. But on page 48, it is the Who Do You Know page. Okay, and it's just like a way to jog your memory, to give you ideas of people that you are not connected with necessarily on social media. These might be people just in your phone, or people, in services that you receive, so it's just a memory jogger. So I'm going to give you a list. And as I'm going through this list, and I did this, and I was like, okay, nothing's going to pop up as they're going through this list. But it did. I'm going to give you this list, and as I'm reading off these professions, somebody's going to pop into your head. Write their name down. Don't think about it. Don't think about it too much. Just write their name down, okay? So for example, if I said your hairdresser, a hairdresser, you're going to think maybe of your hairdresser. Then maybe you're going to think of some friends that maybe you're not connected with on social media, but that go to that same hairdresser. So they're just like little flashes, little joggers, to get you thinking about people that aren't necessarily on social media with you, okay? So the first one is teachers, right? A lot of us probably aren't connected on social media with teachers because they have to kind of keep private, right? They can't mix lines there. So teacher, think about teacher and people in that realm. Chiropractors, veterinarians, dentist, your hairstylist, your massage therapist. And let me give you a little tip on a massage therapist. I recently went and I took my own essential oils to put in her machine. Okay, so that's a nice little prospecting. It's just like you can very briefly say, oh, you know, I just like my pure essential oils, and do you mind if I put them in your diffuser? So your massage therapist, your esthetician, a police officer, real estate agent, mechanic, a bridal shop owner, accountant, or right now, perfect time, right now, right? Tax season, a banker, babysitter, car dealer or sales. You know, we bought a car in 2018. We enrolled our sales lady. She was functioning on fumes that day. We're like, whoa, stop. We're not in a hurry. Here's a bar. Eat the bar, hun. Stop shaking. Okay, so your car dealers, your dry cleaner, housekeeper, your insurance agent, lawyer, pharmacist, architect, your FedEx driver, florist. I mean, you can do nice things with your FedEx driver, right? They're working so hard. You can leave something on your front door with your card for them. Your fireman, jeweler, mailman, your pastor, pet groomer, photographer, your tailor, waitress, your AC service person, the people that can repair a phone, optometrist, airline, military, dance teacher, dermatologist, and the list goes on and on. So as you think of these professions, these are going to be people that aren't necessarily part of your social media, you know? So think about these and start jotting down names. And I was surprised as I was writing these professions down that names I hadn't thought of started popping in. So what that is it's a beginning to me having a second prospecting area. So I'm not totally focused, so I'm not totally relying on Facebook and Instagram, because anything can happen with technology. Okay. So, all right, gosh, I kind of went through that fast, but I want to give you guys, since this is a work it call, I wanted us to do a few work it little sessions. The easiest one, you guys, that we can do every day, and I am like so surprised at how much people appreciate this. Okay, it's birthday greetings. That is one of the first things that you guys can do. And it's kind of funny when you want to find your birthday greetings, you have to type it in this way. Like, I was having a hard time finding them. If you don't do them often, they're not going to show up on your newsfeed. If you do them often, they will show up automatically. But if you don't, in the search bar, you type in birthdays today, and it'll give you the list of all the birthdays. Okay. And I would encourage you to leave a voice message. I have had such good responses from people. Like, they were surprised. They were like, oh my gosh, thank you for leaving me a voice message. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is like one of the easiest things that you can love on people, and that will get some algorithm shifting going for you. And it's kind of a precursor to taking you out of your comfort zone of typing a message to somebody. Okay, because the more that I do voice messages for people, I don't want to type messages anymore. I want to leave my voice, and I want them to hear my excitement. So I want us to go into let's try like a little 5-minute birthday work it. Okay, and I want to challenge you to do a voice message. Okay, I did all of mine, so I don't think I have any, but if I do, I will leave one and I'll show you how I do it. So go ahead and go into your Facebook and go into the search, the little hourglass, and type in, what did I say, birthdays today. Yeah, birthdays today, and then you'll get your list of birthdays. Let me know if you have a problem. I did all my birthdays for today, but I'm going to go back and do some belated ones. So I'll go ahead and do one so you can hear how I do it. And this is a lady who's, I think, trying to prospect me. She's with an insurance company, and we're going to have a coffee Zoom to chat. Hey, Barbara, it's Liz. So I am finally out of the covers. I am feeling a little bit better, so I am looking forward to having our Zoom coffee date and chatting and getting to know each other. I just noticed that it was your birthday a few days ago, and I love to get birthday messages, so I love to reciprocate and give birthday messages back. So I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I hope that you had a great day and that your family spoiled you rotten. And I am looking forward to having our Zoom with you, and I will be in touch after we get back from our trip. God bless. So if anybody else wants to share one of their birthdays.
Hey, Liz. I actually do, and people love these, the little videos, but with the, the filter.
Yeah.
So I'll put on like a little funny face and all that. And I have a couple saved from when they had a clown filter that are just generic.
Oh,
and it's like, hey, when's the last time you got a birthday wish from a clown?
Yes.
And people that I never hear back from are just blown away. And then the ones who see it and don't respond, it's a good way to clean up your list. Because if they don't respond to something like that, that's,
Yeah, they're not your people. So
Exactly.
You have a generic one that you have saved there that you just repurpose and reuse it if you want to.
Yeah, I have. So of all my albums, I have one that are repeat shares. So things that I will share.
That's smart. I love that. Yeah. That's so smart, because if you do like a super duper cute one that,
You know what else I've done with albums, because you know how it gets so cluttered, I've put little emojis so that it gets easier to find. To find them, but let me see if I can.
That's a good idea.
Shares. So this one, like, it's hilarious. They don't have that anymore.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So
that's a good idea. I love that. I'm going to do that.
And sometimes you can get more filters in Snapchat or somewhere else and just download it to your camera roll.
Yeah.
So that works too.
I'll give you about 2 more minutes to do some more birthday messages, but I encourage you every day. That's one of the easiest things that you could do. If you like find yourself stuck on like, oh my, how do I prospect today? start with your birthday messages, and it just rattles your entire sensory that like you get over leaving voice messages, and then you'll go right into like hardcore prospecting because you've done voice birthday messages or video messages.
Hey, Liz.
Yes.
I was just going to say, I loved Bethany. I think it was Bethany's idea way back to just do the voice memos, because then you don't ever get flagged on Facebook for doing too many messages. But
Yeah.
I did create a generic one for men, and I created one for women because, you know, like, I just think it's, if you're going to do that, like, you definitely need a different message for guys and girls, for sure. Like, they just speak different languages,
Yeah.
you know, and then, but with my friends or people that I'm really prospecting, I do try to get on their page and just check out what's going on in their life before I send the birthday message.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Thanks for bringing that up, Trish. That is a given for sure. Anytime we do any kind of activity on Facebook, to go into their page and just make sure nothing has happened, you know, and you know what, and sometimes some will get by. Like I had a customer actually who she's not on Facebook, and we were doing everything through phone, and you know, I knew her husband had cancer and they were dealing with stuff, and she had recently asked me if I had a referral for a massage therapist, and so I tried to help her with that. So it was time for me to follow up with her last week, and I followed up and I said, hey, how are you doing? Did you ever find a massage therapist for your hubby? And have you had time for yourself? And then she said, oh, Bill passed away last week. And, you know, and there was no way for me to know that, right? Because we just communicated by phone, you know, by text. And so, you know, I just said, oh, Pat, I am so, so sorry. And, you know, my prayers are with you. And please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you, you know, walk your dogs, help do laundry, clean, you know. So there's always a way to come out of that. It happens, you know, but for sure social media, just, you know, spend time making sure nothing major has happened. So okay, do you guys feel good on your birthday messages? How many did you do? Who wants to share how many they did? You did 3? Awesome, Virginia. 4, awesome. See, and how easy was that? That was under 5 minutes. So that's something that, you know, we can really just, you know, do first thing, you know, one of our first prospecting activities that we can do that's easy.
May I share something that
Yes.
recently, and I think somebody said it at Tribe Time too, but you know, when I like to go to people's walls before I message them, even on a birthday, and of course on the birthday, it's so full of birthday wishes. So doing it the day before, and then you can maybe say something, oh my gosh, I saw you just got back from Hawaii. How are you? Hope you had a great birthday. Da, da, da. I want to be one of the first to wish you. Da, da, da. And then they're not as inundated. So yeah, I used to do it the day after, belated, because then it just got more attention. But I think the day before is even better.
Yeah. And do you think, Stephanie, that I would think that more people are posting on their wall than doing voice messages, and that's why I really don't like post on people's wall birthday. I will do the voice message, you know.
Same. I never post on their wall, because it's just like, you know, those huge bulletin boards that have all the bulletins all over them and it's plastered. That's what it would be like.
Yeah, it's sensory overload. You don't even hear it or see it at that point. So all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Just from my own experience, like, I think one of the things that we can always go back on is, how do we respond to things? You know, how do we respond to messages? So what kind of messages do we want to send? How do we respond to birthdays? So how would we want to get a birthday wish? You know, like an audio for me is always more impactful than somebody posting on my wall, which I rarely even see them. There's just so many of them. You just like scroll through it so fast, you know, especially since Facebook kind of put them all in a file now. But I just wanted to share just real quick something that really Heather has helped. Like, last week's training was so awesome. Heather just did such a great job, and really kind of gave me some great ideas of different ways that I can use my social media to prospect. And so what I did this week was, because I miss birthdays all the time because we just get so busy. And in an ideal day, I'd wake up, I'd do my birthday messages, I would, and I'd have this ideal work schedule, but then kids happen and things happen and your schedule goes out the window. And so what I'm doing now is I just do 1 day a week of birthdays and 1 day a week of friend requests. And I'm just kind of like hitting my day. And so today, I didn't do birthdays today at all because I did them yesterday, and nobody cares if I say, I know it's your birthday this week. I just wanted to wish you happy birthday ahead of time. Like, they don't care. They just want to know that you're thinking about them,
Yeah, it's a thought. Yeah. And so how many, if you save them for the week, then Trisha, you're probably having then a lot. Do you get, when you set that day to do them, you get them all done then?
I did, because I do my voice memos. So I only did I did 2 yesterday that were like really meaningful birthday messages. The rest were all my generic ones.
Yeah. So many options. I love that. I love using those voice memos, but I love just leaving them live, because sometimes I can get kind of goofy and fun, and sometimes it just something naturally comes off, and then I can't duplicate it. But and then I love Stephanie's idea of having those generic ones in there that you can just repurpose over, and having one for male and female. So
Hey Liz, where did she say she's doing those videos from?
I'm sorry?
The videos that Stephanie's doing, where is she saying she's doing those from?
Well, she said that she used, she likes to use some from Snapchat because it has different filters.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Snapchat is like the OG of all this filter stuff, so they just have like a bunch, and you could save them just like a file. So I love that idea. So I'm definitely gonna use something like that. Okay, since we have a little bit of time, Trisha, what time do we wrap up here? Oh, maybe she went away. Okay.
We end at 7, but we have 10 minutes of working right now if they want to work and ask questions.
Okay. I want to share this little piece with you, and then you can work this little piece. We've always traditionally done work in groups, right? It takes time to work in groups because you don't want to get kicked out, so you need to be very careful and add value and do your due diligence in there, and it takes time. So one of the things that was presented to us in our work it calls was working in fan pages. Okay, fan pages have just thousands upon thousands of people in there. They're not closed. So again, you're going to search for fan pages that are kind of nobles to you, right? For example, one of the fan pages that I searched, because one of my nobles is decor. So let me break that down. I love Magnolia, right? Chip and Joanna Gaines. So I went to that fan page. It's an open fan page. There's a lot of people in there, you guys. And so in there, you could start having conversations. You could send direct messages. So it is like an open game in there. I mean, go into one, right, that really is about you. Like I love, when Sib and I went to Texas, we got off the plane and we're like, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we drive to Waco? And we drove to Waco in this little car like this. So, so that really is something that I love, and so I was able to resonate with people in those fan pages and share, our experience driving to Waco. Like Sib and I were driving and we're like, Chip, we're coming, Chip, we're coming. So I'm sharing that stuff in that fan page because, right, they're all fans of Chip Gaines. So fan pages.
How are you sharing? Sorry, you're posting on their page or in comments, or
you're a fan
where you can post directly. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's an open page. You're a fan of Chip and Joanna Gaines. You're contributing
Stephanie,
in that page.
there are some that are not open, but there are a lot that are.
Yeah.
So that's probably what you've seen before.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So think of, again, of your knowables, and maybe let's do this for the next 5 minutes. Go in there and go search for some fan pages based on maybe some knowables that you've kind of identified as we've been talking about that, okay? And just FYI, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I did a full update on my apps today, and this is how Facebook has changed. Like, you know, that screen where you have your saved and your groups, and, you know, that's what it's looking like. So when you do an update, I saw that. I was like, right?
Hey, it's breaking those habits and routines, right?
That's what I thought. I thought of Tuesday. I'm like, I'm okay. I can do this.
That's funny.
And if you find a fan page and you post in there, share with us what you added, what kind of value, or how you started sharing in.
Oops. Hold on. And missed his junior year with back surgery, and then came out.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Hi,
Go
it's
ahead.
Veronica.
Hi, Veronica.
Hi. Let's see. Here I am. Hi, made it. I just wanted to ask what your opinion is for those people that, and the call is amazing, by the way. I just have been in a mental block, and so I've just been able to send out about 8 messages. So I'm so excited to get over that. Thank you so much for everything. What do you think about those people that share their Facebook pages? So it's like Rachel and Alex. Like, because you can't really. What do you have any opinion for people that share a Facebook page, a man and a wife?
Oh, as far as like prospecting them or
Yeah, as far as prospecting, because you can't really target
yeah.
one. I mean, of course you would target the wife, but what is your opinion?
Well, you really don't have control of them sharing their page, so you're just going to have to make it real specific to if it's the wife that you're wanting to, attract. You're really going to have to look for her posts and comment on her stuff and love on her stuff and based on what she's showing her interest on her Facebook, then if she's within your avatar, then your posting's gonna really kind of meet, hers. So kind of flipped, we had, and I don't think yeah. So Dolores, who's on my team, her and her husband shared a Facebook for many, many years, and they started building the business. And last year I said, listen, Dolores, you need your own Facebook, hon. You have a voice. You have something to say to women. Frankie has something to say to men. You both have your different voices. You both have your different stories. And so they split their Facebook pages. And now they both have their own Facebook pages. So they're both speaking to two different people, and what was happening is that maybe if a woman was seeing Dolores post on their combined page, they weren't comfortable reaching out to her because they didn't know, right, who's running this page. But I think like on yours is flip. You're just going to have to really watch what she's posting, and comment and love on her stuff, and based on what she's posting, do some posts around that, that way it's targeted to her. Does that help? Does anybody else have any input on that? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I have a number of friends who have shared Facebook pages. And I think oftentimes if you'll take the time to really look through the Facebook page, it's usually run by one or the other. They have both names on them so that there's accountability together for friends and stuff like that. But typically it's one or the other that's running the show. And you can tell by their posts and it's usually the woman has been my experience, at least with the friends I have that do that. So
Yeah.
Definitely they're reachable and they're in, I like what you said is look for the posts and answer to those posts. But I think most of the time you do see that being predominantly one over the other.
Yeah. Thanks, Virginia. Yeah. All right, guys, so we're kind of here on the hour. So unless work on those birthday messages, get those avatar nobles, the high fives, have those little files, and it's going to really just help you, find the person that's looking for you, and just watch it shift, you guys. It's so cool when you start seeing those people start coming, in your path. So
Great job, Liz.
all right, thanks, guys. All right, you guys all have a good night. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.